Hey guys, good afternoon, good afternoon. I'm pumping out some videos um, just to keep the other guys on their heels, right? I've entertained different levels of where I want my channel to be, but right now I want my channel to go where it's been going, where it's naturally just kind of flowing. So I'm Mad Matt in the province of the Philippines with another raw rant. If I have to explain to you why it's called a raw rant, you shouldn't watch. If I have to explain to you why I'm Mad Matt, you probably haven't watched. So please like, subscribe, make a comment, tell your friends about this. I am the only authentic, honest vlogger in the Philippines, expat vlogger, with 100% transparency, 100% telling you exactly what I'm thinking, feeling, experiencing, and being. There is no sugarcoat, there is no bola, there is no lies, there's no manipulation, there's no clickbait, there's no anything. Okay, I'm telling you what it is. You know, these guys that put entertainment only, that's because they're lying. So it's entertainment only. I'll put words like word doctor or whatever. Why? Because I'm afraid to curse. I'm a grown man. I'm going to curse if I want to curse. I am not hiding behind a curtain. I'm not hiding behind any laws. I'm doing everything legitimate. I'm just being honest about it. So the people that tell you to do this or do that, are they afraid to be honest? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. My intuition says yes. They're afraid they can't make it being who they really are. They can't survive being authentic. They can't, or maybe they're afraid you're too smart to be manipulated unless they're lying to you. I don't know. I mean, it's not my job to care. I can only speak for myself at this point. I've heard since before I ever came to the Philippines 2.5 years ago, everything budget, 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 budget. So let's get down to the nitty gritty and tell it the way it really is. It's not truth or this or that. These are the realities of what Western people do and don't pay for things here. Province or city, it doesn't make a difference. I'm in the province and you may be in the city. My chicken, my beer, my electric, it all costs the same as your chicken, beer, and electric. Unless you're going somewhere stupidly stupid for that beer or stupidly stupid for that chicken, it's the same everywhere you go. Unless you raise the chicken, unless you raise the pork, but we're talking cost, okay? So it's cost. It's cost for me, it's cost for you, it's cost for anybody. Now, I understand numbers will vary significantly based on a person's ability to save, ability to eat more food at home than they do more food out, ability to actually eat the food they buy as opposed to buy the food, don't eat it, and then buy out. A lot of people, there's a lot of denominators in that, right? There's a lot of factors that go into figuring that part out. I know plenty of people back home, especially, they go food shopping every Saturday or Sunday, waste the food. It never gets cooked. It just goes in the refrigerator. They snack on some of it, and the rest gets thrown out. So I'm just getting, again, new phone. It's not a new phone. I'm using new camera on an old phone. Android. For some reason, it dims out when I watch it. I don't know why it does that, and I can't figure that part out. The rest of it makes pretty good videos. Better than my iPhone. Not going to bullshit you. So let's cut to the chase. And I'm talking about for single men. I can't speak for a guy that has 5 kids or a woman or 2 girls and a few women with each girl. Can't speak on that. I don't live with a girl. I'm not going to live with a girl. I'm not going to support a woman from a bar. Those things are not happening from me. I'm not going to get a girl pregnant. Never going to happen. Nothing against you guys that do that, but I can only speak for what I've experienced as a single man that's entertained women but not supported them or lived with them or provided for them in any other ways other than get out of my house money, if you know what I mean. And when I mean that means I just paid you to suck it, then get. So regardless of whether you're in a famous city or if you're in a province, we all buy food and rent if you're renting. If you're a single expat, you're renting, unless you bought a condo, in which case I feel bad for you. Rent is going to vary significantly. Okay, I lived in Pampanga. It was $5,000 a month. Now, what did I get? It was a nice unit, but it was a closet. Um, you know, no leaks, no mold, no dirt, no shit. But it was what it was. You know, there's other guys on here right now that are saying they're paying $13,000 for a pretty nice looking place. So we'll go with that. Okay, use that number, $13K for rent. The house here that I lived in. Now, some guys will say it was too much, and in retrospect, I'm totally going to agree that any amount would have been too much. But a fully furnished 3-bedroom, 3CR, loft, air conditioners, everything's included. Everything except for my toothbrush, and I only use denture cleaner. Everything was supposed to be included for $30K. That comes with a 5-acre farm. That, if you were really getting that, is worth it. And there's plenty of places close by to here that are going for the same price, if not more. There's townhomes down the street that are $20,000, no furnishing, 2-bedroom townhomes. So don't tell me the province is less money. It is not. That's a lie. Your budget style can be less money. You can save more money, whether you're in a city or a province. That's totally up to you. And if you have a woman, let's be real, a woman's going to save you a lot of money also. I mean, especially when you go to the wet market or anything else. If you go to the wet market, these are all variables that nobody tells you about. But the basic necessities as a single man coming from a Western country here, rent and food, right? Right out the gate, you have rent and food. I can't speak what your food is, but my food budget, this is food I buy at the store. It's not food I buy when I go out to eat. Food budget, I put down at $12K. So my rent here, where I'm moving just in a couple weeks, is $8K. My food is $12K. That's what I use. Each month, I buy about $12,000. That includes stupid little things like Katinko and other things like deodorant. I throw that all in there. That's my monthly, which is $3K a week. $3K, I go to the market and buy whatever I need to buy. I usually go to the market twice a week. All right? But if you're in a city and you have the $13K like let's just talk about his budget, because he's the one that puts the most down there, okay? This is standard for any man. I don't give a shit what man you are. If you're a single man, and we've already established what his rent is, we'll go with that. We'll believe him. We'll trust him. Food, we'll put at 15 for him, okay? Visa, it's the same for all of us, $3K, right? Electric is going to be around $3K, give or take 1,000. Wi-Fi, $2K, if you got the good stuff, which you should. Water, about 1,000. Travel, meaning he's paying for a trike back and forth or a grab or whatever, 2,000. And I'm giving a high number on that because that's extremely high. A gym membership, higher than here, but I know what it costs there. Let's just say he has it, 2K. Laundry, I'll round it up to 2K. I only pay 1, but we'll say 2, okay? I'm not including health, because let's be 100% fair with everybody. All these guys talk about it. None of them actually have it. Nobody's paying for shit they don't use. Nobody's paying for something they're going to need one day and it's not going to pay out anyway. Nobody's paying for that. They're lying to you. You meet any of these guys that will tell you they don't have health insurance. They do not. Your best health insurance is your health. That's the bottom line. Your best health insurance is your health and a backup emergency fund to get wherever you need to go when you have an emergency, and then get the hell out of here and go back to the U.S. and get the proper medical attention if you need it. To me, that's my opinion. So I'm not going to count health because everybody's going to give you a different answer. Those other answers I just gave you, we're all going to be within proximity of each other. No matter what, we're all going to be in that same age range. Money range. Now, I always put extra. Extra is 333 pesos a day. That's 10,000 a month. I just had that right onto the bill. You're now at 53K. 53K is less than $1,000 US. Now you got double, shovel, douche lips telling you need no less than 3K in Angela City. So let's do the math. That means you have an extra $2,000 US a month. More than, but we'll just say 2,000 to be fair. That's what? That's exactly 115,000 pesos when already you've paid all your other bills. All your necessities are completely covered. I've bought you food, rent, clothing, housing, Wi-Fi, travel, gym memberships, laundry, water. Everything's been paid. So now you're telling me you need $2,000 US a month for the extras. Extras according to you and the guys like you, which are golf, beer, playing billiards. Billiards cost 20 pesos or 60 pesos, depending where you go. A beer, depending where you go, 60 pesos to 150 pesos for a man. Not a lady's drink. Not a lady's drink. Okay? So where's all the extras going? 115,000. That's a lot of bar fines, man, for a guy that has a pregnant mommy at home. these are the questions I have to ask. You're telling me you spend 2 times the amount of your standard budget on play money, yet all you do is shoot videos and sit at home begging people for beers and drinks and eating at that Mexican place asking for free food. Billiards is cheap. Golf is not, but you don't go golfing that much because those guys don't like you from there. The guys at T-Backs don't like you. If you don't know that by now, you're wrong. They don't like you. They don't want to be with you. They're only with you to laugh at you when you leave. That's a fact. Especially that little fat bastard that wears the glasses. Yeah, I'm talking to you because I know you're watching this, fatty. So you can live in Angeles City, and I didn't say thrive, but I am going to say a king doesn't need to pay for Pootie. A king doesn't need to spend 2,000 pesos making himself feel like a king because he's already a king. If you're a king, you don't need to spend money to prove to people that you're a king. You're already a king. Now, I understand that you might need some Viagra for the young girls. Totally get that. Let's say you have a bar fine once a week and you spend $20K on that bar fine. Food, dining out, trying to impress her, a couple Viagras, a couple drinks. Throw it all in there for $20K. That's $80K a month. Okay, you're still under 100. I have no idea what you're doing with all that money, bro. But you're not living a great lifestyle with it. I can assure you of that. I live the same lifestyle you have, and I lived a much better lifestyle in Angeles. And I can tell you, if you're going to stay in a city like Angeles, there's no way in the world, and unless you're paying for everything you talk to and everything you do times 10, there's no reason you need $3,000 US. I'm not saying you can't spend it. I'm saying you don't need it. There is a huge difference. My budget. This is my budget, and I'm not going to talk about this house because it's irrelevant at this point. My budget with the house and the pigs and everything else was over 300,000 pesos a month. But, you know, you guys don't have to feed all those pigs and chickens, and you don't have 2 people working on the farm. That's a whole different ballgame. My expected budget going to where I'm going, rent is $8K, I already know that. Food, I just told you, I spend $12K a month. Visas, same as yours, $3K, no matter who you are. Electric, I put it $2.5 because I do use a lot of air conditioning. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to bullshit about that. You know, I would love to say I don't spend a lot of money on electric, but I do. And for me, that's high as a single man. So there's that. Wi-Fi, my Wi-Fi is 1,000. And my water is 500. Okay, so we just covered all that. Standard prices. I don't pay for travel. I have a trike, but I pay for gas. So that's $1,000 to $1,500 a month. My laundry is $1,500 a month. My gym membership, which I don't use, but I have it, it's $1,000 a month. It's actually under. And then I put extra. My extra is $30K. That's $1,000 pesos a day. 1,000 pesos. I budget in 1,000. It's not for women, unless it is. It's typically if I want to go out to eat, or if I want to add some savings, or if I want to cushion this, or buy that, or buy this, or buy this. You know, if I see something I want at the market, I buy it. That's 1,000 a day, 30K. Okay? So my regular expenses, not counting my extras, 31K. 31K. My extras, 30. So my extras double what my regular is. Add them together, you have 61,000. It's around $1,000 US a month. I never would ever go over that. I've lived it before. I'm going to live it again as soon as I leave here. As a simple, standard, single man's budget, there's enough money in there to get a little tail if you have to pay for it, or the free tail where you have to buy dinner, or the free tail where you have to kick her the hell out in the morning. Whatever it is, you're giving her a little bit of something to get out. There it is in a nutshell. I did it in less than 14 minutes, is it? Yeah, 14 minutes. I gave it to you straight. I shot it right up your ass. Accept it or don't accept it. But anybody that says they can't live on that, listen, my extra of 30K, if I didn't need that, think about that. What's 30K? What is 30K? I don't even know. $500, $600 a month? You could easily live here for $600 a month. And I can tell you the apartment I'm living in is nice. It's everything I need. Everything I need, especially for a guy that wants to move about and go around and do my own thing. So don't let people fool you guys. Okay, that's reality. If you want to go on a tour with me and I can show you how much chicken costs, if you really want to get down to it, and how much bananas cost and mangoes and all that shit, that's totally up to you. That's up to you. But just remember, that could change for any of us. If you're new here, they're going to try to charge you a little more. Go to the stores that have the prices mentioned or talked about, or listen to what the lady's paying in front of you so you know. Because if you're new, they know you're new, and you're going to pay more for your chicken or your rice or whatever else you're buying. Eggs. I buy a tray of eggs a week. I used to pay $2.80. Now it went up to $300. Then it was $3.20. Then it was $3.30. Now it's back down to $2.90. And yes, I eat a lot of eggs. I've always eaten 4 eggs a day. So, and no, my cholesterol's not high for the ass scums are going to say ingested cholesterol has nothing to do with your blood level cholesterol. I'll leave it at that. You guys do your own fucking research on that. That's it in a nutshell. I'm not going to tell you how to budget your money, but I just told you how much I spend, and I'm a single man also. I just don't brag about it because I'm not number 2 yet. That's it. No, I don't know what other extra shit people do, but I just gave you extra numbers, so you do your math with whatever you want. This is not a budget video. This was to give you an example of what it could be. Now, if you want a different woman every night of the week, you gotta... Oh, you know what you gotta do. Just add an extra 5,000 to that every single day. So 5,000 times 30 is another 150,000. Now, if you want to live the life that everybody's talking about, different girl every night and crazy shit, and temperature's too high. I think my phone's shutting off. Anyway, you want to do all that shit? Add another 150K to the math. If you have 6K, 5K to 6K, you got a different girl every night. You can go out and eat and drink every single night of the week. You can do whatever the hell you want. And that's what I used to spend, between $6,000 and $10,000 US a month. I had more than one girl every night. I had a handful of girls every night. And then I would dismiss those and go get another handful. But I was a maniac. And that's a story for another time when I'm willing to totally dismantle that situation. Do what you want here. You can do whatever you want. You can live on $300, $400, $500, $5,000. And you can make it whatever you want to make it. Don't let another man dictate to you what you will and won't spend. That's why you have your own nutsack. You make your own decisions, especially us Generation Xers. Think about it. How many people go into a car dealership now and let the car dealership tell you how much of a car you can buy or how much of a house you can buy? Fuck that. Nobody's going to tell me what I can afford. I'm going to tell you what I want. Go fetch it, sir. Okay? I do that with everything. That's who I am. I would expect you guys would man up and do the same thing. Don't be a deuce your whole life. Don't be a douchey deuce your whole life. Be your own number one. Be your own number one. So when you walk into a car dealership, you know what you want. When you walk into a foreign country, you know what your budget is. You know. It's your money. You spend it any way you want. Don't let anybody else tell you what to do with it. Nobody. And don't ever let people tell you a certain price tag comes with being a king. You're your own king. It's your own house. You own it. You fucking take care of it. You do what you want with it. If that means you live with a tin roof above you, do it. If it means you take your teeth out at night before you jerk off, do it. It's yours. Own it, man. We've earned it. We're in our 50s. This is our shit. We've earned it. Go enjoy it. Whatever you want to do with it, you do with it. That's the end of my rant for the day. No more. Have a nice day. Don't care.